My name is Lakin. It's great to be here with you guys. It's an awesome experience for me. I'm going to be playing mostly originals today, a couple covers thrown in there. This next song is the only song I'm playing today. That is off of my last record, If Night Turns to Daylight, and this was the leading track off of that record, and it's called Unsure. You say impossible, but you know I ain't a liar. You feel intangible, but you feel my desire for you. Screaming from the depths of my soul, there we are, and I won't let go. Still I know that you're down, and I hear you thinking I'm just a little unsure. I'm just a little unsure. I'm a paradox, you're intoxicating. Don't it seem to show that I'm just a little unsure? One foot in, one out of the door, and I try to run, but there's no one who loves me more than you. You are never unsure. You give your life away, and sometimes not to me. But when you do, I take it anyway, and then the pieces carefully again and again. And now I'm screaming from the depths of my soul, there we are, and I won't let go. Still I know you're thinking, yeah, I'm just a little unsure. I'm just a little unsure. I'm a paradox, you're intoxicating. Don't it seem to show that I'm just a little unsure? One foot in, one out of the door, and I try to run, but there's no one who loves me more than you. Than you, yeah. Hoping I can change you, baby. Every day my love will say, don't you know I'll never fail to follow you if you make me your everything. 'Cause I'm screaming from the depths of my soul, there you are, and I won't let go. You gotta know, you've gotta know, yeah. Screaming from the depths of my soul, there you are, and I won't let go. Even though I know you're thinking, yeah, I'm just a little unsure. I'm just a little unsure. I'm a paradox, you're intoxicating. Don't it seem to show that I'm just a little unsure? One foot in, one out of the door, and I try to run, but there's no one who loves me more than you. You are never unsure. Hey, yeah.
So tell me more about you. Where'd you grow up? How'd you get into music?
So I grew up in Riverside. My dad is a percussionist, but at the time he was percussionist in a local band called Jasper, and so I was like born into like that era of him playing around town. And then when I was about 3 or 4, he actually started touring with the jazz guitarist George Benson. So I that was a good portion of my childhood. It was like 10 years that he was on the road with him. And so I kind of grew up with that. And then my mom's side of the family, they're very musical as well. Have a couple of family members on that side who are also into music. And they're, just being around them, they're always playing music, singing, all that stuff. So she actually taught me basics of piano when I was young. And then I kind of just continued studying different types of music.
So who were some of the people that you listened to growing up?
Well, George Vincent,
Right, of course.
by default,
Uh-huh.
but great musician.
Yes.
I listened to everything. My dad was kind of more into R&B, jazz, fusion.
Uh-huh.
So anything from Marvin Gaye, Earth, Wind and Fire, Heat Wave, the OJs. Like he kind of liked that kind of stuff. My mom liked the same stuff, but her scope was a little bit broader. So she listened to a lot of folk and pop as well.
Okay.
So I kind of inherited that from them. But kind of when I got into my own, groove of discovering music, I don't know, probably sometime towards the end of like elementary school and stuff, I was into, a lot of the pop artists that were popular at the time. So one of my biggest vocal influences is Mariah Carey.
Oh, okay.
Because my older brother and I, we were like super into Mariah Carey's old stuff. So she's a big influence for me. But my influences and my tastes are kind of all over the place.
All right, so I'm going to do a little cover mashup type deal. It's only 2 songs, but it's 2 of my favorite songs from the 90s. We're going to roll with it. 90s R&B for you. Any other day, I would call, you would say, baby, how's your day? But today ain't the same. Every other word is a yeah, okay. Could it be that you are at the crib with another lady? If you took it then, first of all, let me say, I am not the one to sit around and be played. So prove yourself to me, I'm the girl that you claim. Why don't you say the things that you said to me yesterday? I know you say that I haven't so many things. Something's going down, that's the way it seems. Shouldn't be the reason why you act strange. No way to hold you back from me. 'Cause I know how you used to do when you say anything to me times 2. Why can't you just tell the truth? Somebody there and tell me who. Say my name, say my name. When no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you if you ain't running game. Say my name, say my name. You acting kinda shady, ain't calling me baby. Why the sudden change? Say my name, say my name. When no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you if you ain't running game. Say my name, say my name. Acting kinda shady, ain't calling me baby. Better say my name. Shorty it down, good Lord.
When I was listening to you singing, I was thinking your music is very thoughtful.
Oh, thank you.
That's kind of how I felt it. It was very thoughtful, and it made me definitely think about experiences in my own life and kind of reflect back on it. So
Yeah.
that's pretty neat. As an artist, I know as any type of artist, when you put your work out there, it can be a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Has it gotten any easier as you put yourself more and more out there and put more out into the world?
I would say yes and no. Yes, in the sense of just my comfort level with being vulnerable, and that's probably for anybody, but being vulnerable is difficult. And I think a lot of artists are actually more on the introverted side. I am definitely more on the introverted side, which some people kind of find odd because we're always in the spotlight, but the introverted sides of ourselves are the ones that I think are more introspective, you know, and that's generalizing, but I would say that in the sense of it being vulnerable, that's always a little bit more difficult, especially, like I said, with these collection of songs being so personal and now me opening up about what they're about. That makes it a little more difficult. But in the sense of, I guess, just being able to be in the moment, you know, and commit your performance to the emotions of the song, that's gotten a lot easier over time. You know, it just, I think, you know, the old adage, practice makes perfect, is somewhat true. You know, it's like, I would identify as a perfectionist, and I've had to kind of tone that back because it's not about being perfect, but it is about being prepared enough to get in the moment to where you're ready to give all that emotion so that people can feel it.
I have been married to my wife for 2 years, just past our 2-year mark, and we've been together for about 5, but we knew each other for a long time before that. And I had just realized when I was trying to think about this next song that it's like the first fully positive song I've written about my wife. And that sounds really bad, but you know, I grew up in a religious faith that disallowed, you know, same-sex relationships. And a lot of the songs that I wrote prior to that point of writing this song were just very conflicted. And so when I was thinking about this song, I was like, oh man, like this is definitely the first song where I actually felt free to just express myself how I wanted to. And so it holds a special place in my heart for that reason. And it also kind of has this theme throughout of traveling and going on a journey. And so it's meant to reflect that emotional journey. And I actually wrote it as I was driving up from Southern California all the way up the coast up to the Pacific Northwest, which is where my wife is from. So it all kind of comes full circle with this song. And this one is called This Road. First time that I saw you, I knew I was in for something on this road. From a quick exchange of glances to a love that I had never thought I'd know. Now I know. Tells you when you start out that this life may journey where you don't expect. And I know we've climbed to mountain tops of joy and fallen deep in the ocean depths, but I don't regret it. stay right here forever, or explore some place exotic we've never been, and do it all again. Ooh, I could go with you for a lifetime. Ooh, I could go with you for a to grow old and know this road with you for a lifetime. For a lifetime. I could go with you for a
What is your favorite part of the whole process? Is it writing the song? Is it recording the song? Is it performing live? What's your favorite part?
That's another good question. I'm not even sure how to answer it because I feel like, it's like a pendulum. Sometimes it's one and sometimes it's the other. I will say the songwriting sense I enjoy for me. I think it's, I think I might have a difficult time having to clock in to songwrite. Like if I was songwriting for other people, I think I might have a difficult time with that. I'm not sure. I've never had to do it, but the reason for that is that songwriting for me, it has to be done. It's like some people release by working out, and some people do it by listening to music. Some people, they do it in all kinds of ways. For me, if I'm going through something, I need to write about it.
I wish I'd met you years ago. Good people are so hard to find. Missed out on you, didn't even know you, even though you were right here all this time. Why does life go the way that it goes? Why does one feel more than the other one shows? Why do I still feel all alone? Hold on to an echo. Why'd you have to be what I needed? Captivated heart, then you freed it. Fading out, but I can still feel it. Echo love, echo love. I wish that you weren't leaving now. Well, if I really wish it true, wish I knew you first somehow, before they would all be taken with you. Your kindness is a magnet, and no, I don't mistake it for weakness in you. But for me, it's an Achilles heel, but my brains need to leave it. You got your own life, you go and live it. I'm here with fortuitous feelings. How did I find it? Hide it in plain sight, now it's gone. Oh, why'd you have to be what I needed? Captivated tried to beat it hard, then you freed it. Oh, fit now, but I can still feel it. Echo love, echo love. And I wish I could be cool, but I don't know how. Oh, I can't pick up the phone, but I can't forget you now. Feeling your echo, yeah, yeah. Oh, feeling your echo, feeling your echo. Don't wanna let go. Holding on to an echo.
Where can we find your music?
Yeah, so I have a main website, Lakin Music, Lakin music.com, and you can kind of find all my social media through there. I've got all my info right now on my fundraiser, so I'm independent, and I'm kind of doing an independent fundraiser as well for people to help with if they want to kind of do the Kickstarter thing. So,
Great.
you know, there's like the
Yes.
levels of rewards and stuff, but in turn are helping me kind of make the album. So that's on the website. I've got music up on the website. I've got videos up on the website.
Yes, I actually have been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great website. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah,
Very
yeah.
much.
So everybody can kind of head there and they can find me on Instagram and Facebook and all that through there. So.
Well, Lakin, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
Like I
thank
said,
you.
it's really such a treat to have you stop into our little show in Fairfield, and we really appreciate you.
Yeah, this was super fun. Thank you so much.
Sure, we wish you nothing but the best in the future.
Thank you.
All right.
It's vintage one, but far from home. Nostalgic and unfamiliar. We say goodbye in early morn. These golden hours make it feel like forever. Te quiero mi querida aquí en mi corazón con solo amor. I thought I saw you in the clouds. Your laughter pouring out like rays of sunlight, and all the colors wrap me around, reminding me of what your love feels like. If home is where the heart is, but I don't know where my heart is, then how am I supposed to find my way back home to you? Can you feel me now? Can you feel me now? I'm Milano, I'm Milano. Can you feel me now? Can you feel me now? I'm Milano, I'm Milano. I can feel you, dear. I carry home right here with me. Can you feel me now? Can you feel me now? Oh, 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 yeah. Love can take you to a place, test and measure of full devotion. But I have found